Coming up now, the very latest news from Pattaya and Thailand via the fabulous Pattaya Media Group. Please like and subscribe. It helps us and it helps you too.
Release of flood water that's overwhelmed northern reservoirs has seen extended flooding on the Yong River, affecting Sukhothai, and as more rain hits the nation. So the warnings are out for extreme high river levels in Antong and Ayutthaya provinces, where some canals are already overflowing and flooding is predicted for today. This is Typhoon Yagi, which caused damage and death in the Philippines, Vietnam and southern China, has been redesignated as now just a heavy storm front. Police have detained a former banking boss from the now defunct Bangkok Bank of Commerce after he was released from prison this week. 72-year-old Indian Rakesh Saxena faces deportation. As in the past, he was found guilty of mismanaging underprotected loans back in 1995, which led to the financial crisis back then. Released from jail, where he's been in the Medical Correction Institute for some while, he was convicted of embezzlement from 1994 to 1996, while acting as an advisor to the bank president. Events which were claimed to have been the start of the 1997 Asian financial crisis, the effects of which are still seen today. At the time of his conviction, he was sentenced to a total of 335 years in prison, with fines in the millions and repayments in the billions due. Following his 15 years behind bars, he's now benefited from royal clemency. Initial distribution of the digital wallet 10,000 baht program is now firmly set for September the 20th. As reported already, the first group of recipients will be the most vulnerable and needy, as assessed by the system. Prior to any payouts, though, the government will outline its plan to Parliament on the 17th, and then that needs to be rubber-stamped by the Cabinet before the start button can be pushed. The Criminal Court of Corruption and Misconduct Cases has allotted a 7-month period of hearings to the case involving the alleged mishandling of the fatal hit and run back in 2012 that involves an heir to the family which partially owns the Red Bull business. All 8 defendants appeared yesterday to plead not guilty to all charges raised. Of those 8, most are high-profile citizens, including a former police chief and a former deputy attorney general. A series of charges have been raised, with the main ones being dereliction of duty regarding the alteration of records listing the speed driven by Mr. Vora Youth, whose Ferrari hit and dragged a motorcycle policeman for some distance before stopping and then fleeing the scene. Initial examination of evidence, which is said to include some 30,000 pages and see statements from 21 witnesses, is due to begin on December the 3rd. Meanwhile at home, and plans to begin construction of a new second runway at U-Tapao Pattaya International Airport are due to see construction begin before this year's end. With developers chosen and loans applied for, the project will see a 3,500-metre-long runway added to the current setup and able to welcome multiple international flights to what's expected to become Thailand's second main airport within a decade. Donations of food and provisions, along with cash, is now being sent from Pattaya City to the northern regions, where flooding continues to make many Thais homeless. Over 1,000 bags of foodstuff are being trucked up after a mammoth effort by the Sawang Buriboon Foundation in collaboration with City Hall. Key to are 3,000 large water containers, all of which are heading to Nan Province. The Met Office is warning us to expect storms in our region by mid-afternoon, predicting highs today of just 31 degrees, dropping down to 29 at night, a thick cloud cover covering the region, and the real feel expected to be 37.
Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or programme, like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below.